Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you guys are new here to my channel, welcome. My name is Alison. So for today's video, I want to test on a foundation for you guys and a concealer combination. And this is the stuff that it has been launched for a while, but I haven't have the courage, or I don't tend to get the foundation myself. And this stuff are actually sent by influencer. They are very kindly to send over this product for free for me to see how it works. They didn't pay me to get this review or anything, but I just want to see how this foundation will work on my oily skin. So this is the foundation and concealer combo that they sent over, and this is the Kat Von D Lock-In Foundation Full Coverage Wear, and this is their concealer. And I know this has been out for a while, but I didn't have a chance to purchase it myself, or I didn't just tend to purchase it myself because I do have a lot of makeup ready. But today we're testing this out, so if you guys are interested how this work on my oily skin, then let's keep on watching. So first of all, this foundation on Sephora website, I'm looking it up on my phone. It retails for $35 and it comes in 30 shades, which is not bad for a high-end foundation shade range. And it does have 4-star out of 5-star, and it does have 12K reviews, which is really good for a foundation review with that many of reviews on the website. So the details on this foundation is a vegan matte foundation with flexible full coverage and extreme long wear. It is a full coverage with matte finish. The formula is liquid, and skin type is for normal, dry, combination, and oily skin. So what else you need to know on this foundation? A little goes a long way. One full pump is too much for a full coverage face look. Build in the pea-size droplets until you achieve the finish you want. 1 pea-size droplets gives you a medium to full coverage. 2 pea-size droplets gives you a flawless full coverage. So keep in mind, this is a very full coverage foundation. It is 24 hours wear. It says here transfer resistant matte finish on the bottle. So hopefully this will work on my oily skin. So the next item that's sent over is the Kat Von D Lock-In Concealer Cream, and it does come in 21 shades, retails for $26, and I got this in the medium 17 shade, and it does match my skin tone. So this product, it does come in 0.22 ounce, which is 6.5 milliliters. It does have 4 1/3 of a star on Sephora.com, and it does have 4,000 review, which is really good for a concealer as well. So this two product, I feel like it does have a high rating, so I'm really excited to see how it looks on my face. And also forgot to mention the foundation, it does have 30 milliliters, which is a typical 1.0 ounce on this bottle, what you get. So now let's get onto the foundation application. Okay, so on my face, I just put on this sunscreen from Supergoop SPF 40. And now for primer, I'm gonna use my Versace Unicorn Serum to put on all over my face. So I'm just gonna do what people has been doing on Instagram. They just put all over their face with the serum. And I'm just gonna let it absorb the serum into my skin. And to be honest, I don't feel like this is a really worth the hype kind of product, but it does its job because it does really hydrate your skin underneath your foundation before you apply on your skin. And at the same time, it does have little tackiness that it helps your foundation stay on put. But I don't know, is that really worth the price of this serum? But I do like it, don't get me wrong, I do like this product, but I just feel like it's overhyped. So now the serum is on, the last step I'm going to put on my Becca under eye corrector. This is something that I use it for every day if I do have makeup on. Moving on, today we are testing out these two products here. So I got this from influencer, and I hope they give me the right shade. So this is in light 47 neutral. So when you open the package, it does come in a little stopper. It has a Kat Von D logo here. It looks really nice with the design and packaging. It's a plastic bottle. So this foundation is supposed to be 24 hours wear, full coverage, transfer resistant matte finish. I'm gonna shake this up before pumping. So now let's get this foundation out. I'm gonna put 1 pump here and see how it works. So right off the bat, it's not super liquidy or super consistent in the formula. So as usual, if this is a full coverage, I like to use my Morphe sponge to blend this foundation out. And if it's more of a light coverage like my Benefit Hello Happy foundation, I would like to use my brush to blend that out on my face. But with the full coverage, I like to use a sponge, or most of the time I do like to use a sponge instead of a brush. So now you guys can see the difference on this side of my face with the foundation on, and this side of my face without any foundation. It really lifts up everything on my face. I really like how light coverage or how full coverage it is, but it feels lightweight. Now I'm gonna work on this side of my face, which I have more pigmentation on the skin. I do like the coverage that it gives me. It looks not super matte. I mean, it's matte finish, but it's not like to the matte that I feel like it's super cakey. I feel like it's very natural applying with the Morphe sponge. So I'm just gonna build up my face with the rest of the foundation on my hand, and I'm just gonna see if it covered up the mark right here and on this side of my face, around my nose. It did cover up a lot more on this side of my hyperpigmentation. It gives me a very nice matte full coverage. Although it looks matte, it feels matte at the same time, but I do have my natural glow on my face from the serum and the skincare that I use on my face that peeking out through this foundation. I really like how natural it looks. It's not the matte finish, full coverage that it gives you a cakey finish. It looks very natural. Yeah, you can still see you have foundation on your face because it is still a full coverage foundation. But this is a very nice looking foundation for now. I really like how it looks, how it blends. It's very easy to blend with my Morphe sponge before it dries down. And I really like how it's settled on my skin. It doesn't accentuate my pores. It just looks so smooth and nice. Okay, now moving on, we're gonna test this Kat Von D Lock-In Concealer. I got this in the shade medium 17. I mean, they sent over the medium 17 shade, which is warm. I feel like this shade is a lot darker than what my foundation should be. So I feel like this might be not my shade, but I'm just gonna test out the formula for you guys and see how it blends, how it works. We're actually seeing now with the actual product on the bottle, outside bottle, it looks lighter than what it looks like on the packaging. So hopefully it does work on my skin tone. So when this pop up, you can see it has an angled doe-foot applicator, and it just grabbed a lot of product here. I'm just gonna swipe this. And right off the bat, it feels kind of moussey texture than what I used to, because right now I'm using my Catrix and my Too Faced concealer. They're more liquidy and I feel like this dries down really fast, so I'm just gonna work with it on my eye with my Morphe sponge. That's how I usually apply my concealer. It's not hard to blend, but you can tell that it's like stick to the sponge, but then it does give me that very nice full coverage again. If you guys know me, I do like a full coverage concealer, and recently I just did a top 5 favorite concealer on my channel. You guys can check that out. Okay, concealer is done, and I feel like it's not as easy to blend, but it does the job. It covers up my under eye, and it does shows up a little line underneath my eye. I didn't prep it with any under eye cream. I only prep it with my Becca under eye brightener, but it does work. It gives me a very full coverage, and I feel like it dries down in a matte finish, but I do like to set it because with my oily skin, I always set my under eye. And actually the concealer, it does match my skin tone, and I'm surprised because it's not super dark, or it just matched perfectly with the foundation. And I'm very surprised because I only did some questions that they asked me what color of concealer, what color of skin tone you are, and then they just give you the right shade. I'm surprised. Okay, so off camera, I just did my Hourglass Illuminate Sheer Color Trio, and this is all the stuff that I just put on my face before powder because they are cream products and it blends better before powder. So there's this on my face. It just warmed up very nicely with this blush. It looks like you got a little sunburn, but not super like intense. And I do like this highlighter. I heard a lot of people saying they don't like the highlighter, but I do like it underneath my powder. So these are the products that I just use on my face to brown up my face, give it some nice complexion. So now the last step, I'm just gonna put on this Laura Mercier setting powder around my face to set all this, because I do have very oily skin and I need something that it makes sure to set it on my face. It doesn't move around. And I'm just gonna use my sponge here to dab the product and dab on the back of my hand and get into my under eye area first. Okay, now the powder is done. I'm gonna do the rest of my makeup, my brow, and some contour, and I'll be right back. So off camera, I just did my Kevin Kwan contour in medium shade, and I did my brow off camera, and also for the last step to lock this foundation and makeup, I used my MAC Fix Plus in matte spray. So this is something that I've been using recently. So this is like bulletproof kind of makeup usually what I do on the step, because I do have oily skin, so I need something that it makes sure to lay it on top to set it right so that it can last longer on my face. So now the time is 12:07. So when I applied this foundation, it was about 11:30. So that's the time that it's the start point of having this foundation on my face. So now let's see if I can get through 8 hours of a day wear and see how it reacts on my oily skin and my texture, acne prone skin, and hopefully this foundation doesn't break me out. And honestly, I haven't been using any full coverage foundation lately, because right now I do like a very light coverage foundation, and I do wear foundation most of the time for 11 hours. So I need something that super comfortable to wear on my face and not looking cakey at the time. So now we're gonna see how this foundation it works on my oily skin. So I'll see you guys later on. Okay guys, so now I'm doing a midday check-in. The time is 4:40. So it has been 5 hours since I put this foundation on my face with the Kat Von D foundation. And I do want to say it does give me a very full coverage, and something about full coverage on my face, it just start kicking up. That's why I have been stopped wearing a full coverage foundation. If I have to wear it for the whole day, then I'm just gonna go with something that is more natural finish, so it doesn't have that kickiness around my face and it just feels a lot comfortable to wear. But with a full coverage foundation, I usually wear on occasion, like some events, or if I have special occasion, went out for a few hours, then I come home and just get off the makeup. But I did wear this foundation for, I would say, 5 hours now, and this is what it looks like. I'm gonna give you guys a close-up. First up, I want to say it does look very nice with the finish after having this on 5 hours mark, and it still looks like my skin, it does have a little dewiness coming through my face. And again, I did a face mask yesterday night because I was so dry, so I feel like having a face mask before using this foundation, it helps a lot. But then with this 5 hours mark, I feel like this is a very nice natural looking foundation. It wasn't as matte finish as I thought it would be, because I feel like this is a full coverage matte foundation, and I thought it would be something that is super like absorb all the oils that I have on my face, but it just did the opposite way. It does give me that dewiness on my face, on my forehead. I didn't highlight on my forehead, so obviously that's my natural oil come through, and everything is still stay put at this point. However, there's a little cakiness around my nose area and on this side as well, and definitely you guys can tell there's foundation cake up around my nose. And on my chin area, I feel like it's still staying put very well. I feel like it would break apart anytime sooner, because on my chin area, nothing stay put with the foundation or anything else on top of this area on my face. The only thing that is stay put is the Hello Happy from Benefit, because it's a very lightweight. You can't really tell it's the oil mixture on this area, or it doesn't have much coverage with the foundation on. But then with a more full coverage foundation, usually anything on top of this area, it just break apart. Even though my all-time favorite Estee Lauder Double Wear nowadays it still break apart on my chin area, so nothing really works on this part. But with a 5 hours mark, I'm pretty surprised it still stay put, but anytime sooner I feel like it's just gonna break apart on my chin area. So everything else on my face looks good and it feels lightweight. It's not super heavy like other more of a full coverage foundation. So I really like the finish of it right now and the coverage that it gives me. You don't really need to apply much on this foundation to give you a full coverage, and I really like the dewiness that it gives me. It looks very natural, but I'm not sure how it's gonna look like after a few hours mark. So I'm gonna check back with you guys in a few hours and see how this foundation holds up on my face. Hi guys, I'm back for the final check-in. Now the time is 7:35. So I've been wearing this foundation legitly for 8 hours since I applied this foundation, and in the far distance I do still like this foundation, how it looks like. It does get dewiness, and the last time that I checked in the midday, I do get dewy, and I haven't blocked since then. And I mean, I haven't blocked through the whole day since I applied this foundation, but it does get a lot more dewiness on my forehead and my cheekbones area, and I feel like it looks very natural. It's not that super matte finish foundation, even though it says a matte finish 24 hours wear, but I feel like this foundation, it does holds up nice for 8 hours, but I don't know how it gonna looks for 11 hours, because nowadays I do wear foundation for 11 hours, but today I'm just like, I'm ready to get this off. And super lightweight on this foundation, even though it's a very full coverage. But if you guys look closely on this area on my face, it looks a little cakey and dryness. So on my nose, around the nose area, you guys can already tell there's cakiness around my nose. You can tell right away, even though it just shows up on my midday check-in too. And I don't like how it's set on top of my mustache area. It just emphasizes every single pores I have on my mustache. It just emphasizes my mustache in general. And also my chin area, I was surprised it's still holding up, because last check-in I was saying I think it's gonna break apart within a few hours, but it didn't. It's still holding up very nicely, and I feel like the whole foundation is sticking on my skin very nicely. I don't feel like I have a heavy foundation on my face, even though I do feel like I have something on top, like a foundation on my face, but it's not like a heavy finish of foundation. I want to take this off right away. And usually between my brows area, I get the oiliest, most texture, but it's still holding up very nicely on this foundation, so I'm pretty surprised. And as usual, if I set my concealer with the setting powder, it just stays very matte finish on my under eye. So if you guys do have fine lines underneath your eye, I don't think this concealer would be for you. Because usually I don't see much fine lines with my other concealer, but on this concealer, it does shows up the lines, and I don't think it would be a nice one to work with some fine lines, wrinkles, if you guys do have that. But it does give me a very nice coverage, don't get me wrong. It's just that if you guys have fine lines, I don't think you would like that lines to be emphasized on your face, but it does work very well on my skin. And in general, I do like the foundation and I do like the concealer. This is a very nice combo, and I have to say it does give me the 8 hours wear, and I'm really happy about that. And I don't know how it gets to 11 hours wear, but I feel like if I blot it, it will still look fine. So my final thought, if you guys are looking for a full coverage foundation, I would say go for it. I do like it, and I do like the combination of the concealer and the foundation. It looks super nice on my face. And even though I don't like a full coverage foundation anymore, but this foundation, it does match my expectation because it's not super heavy on my skin. And nowadays, I don't like a full coverage foundation because it does feel very heavy on my skin, and I just want to take this off within a few hours. But this doesn't give me that. It does give me a very nice medium to full coverage because I only use one pump of a foundation. And I have to say, color match is on point on this foundation with my light medium skin tone. I really like it with the concealer as well. The shade is perfect. So if you guys want a full coverage foundation and something that is stay put on your face and it's more of a lightweight texture, then I feel like this is the foundation for you. So this is all my thoughts on this foundation concealer. I hope you guys enjoy watching this video, and I hope this video does help you guys to pick out this foundation, even though it has came out for a very long time, but I haven't got a chance to try it out. So I hope this will help you guys to pick this up and see if you guys would like it. And if you guys think this video is helpful, please give me a thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.